I love wearing it for my practice because when I move, it doesn't restrict me, and it's really good with the stretch because some other brand it's really limiting and too much for stretching, especially in yoga practice. I really love it because it gives me the freedom to move as per my practice. Namaste yogis, welcome to class. With me today, Ika. Today we'll be doing yoga class from this beautiful space with one people. So if you're practicing from home, if you have any props that you usually prepare for your yoga practice, go ahead and grab them, either a block or a scarf or yoga strap like this, anything, belt or scarf that you have at home, go ahead, have it ready by your side, and I'll meet you right here when you're ready. All right, so go ahead, get ready on your mat. We'll start in seated position, any comfortable seated position, either Vajrasana or sit in cross leg like what I'm doing here. We'll take a moment or two as a start to ground and centering into our practice. So go ahead, place your hands on your knees, palm facing up. You can close your eyes or keep your eyes open. Sit evenly on your sit bone, relax your shoulder towards your back. Keep your spine elongated. Just check in with your body, any tightness, any tension you might feel today. Check in with your breath. Where does your inhale go? Your exhale. And allow your breath to get deeper. For the next 40 minutes, I want you to stay focused on your breath in any asana that we're doing. Now, take deep breath in, breathing all the way to the top. Deep breath out, empty it all out. And continue a few more rounds of deep breath here. Connecting to your breath in and out through the nose. On your next breath, you can gently open your eyes. And we'll start with our practice today. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, lower it down by your side. Repeat again. Inhale, reach up, lengthen your spine. Exhale, lower it down. Let's do one more time. Inhale, reach up. Now on your exhale, lower your right hand to your right side and reach overhead with your left hand. We'll stay here for a few longer breaths, keeping your left sit bone grounded and reach actively with your left hand. You can turn your ribs up toward the ceiling and feel the stretch to your left side here. Relaxing your right shoulder away from your ears. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, come back to center, keep your spine long. On your exhale, lower your left hand to your left side and reach overhead with your right hand. Feel the stretch through your right side, your ribs, your hips. Breathing slowly and deeply. Good, let's take another breath in. And breath out. Inhale, come back to center, reach up. We'll continue with a twist on your exhale, twist to your right side. Lower your left hand to your right knee and right hand behind your hip. Let's take another inhale. And exhale, look over your right shoulder to the back of the room. Keep your spine long. Feel the top of your head pressing up. And breathe. keeping your navel in, your chest open. Each time you exhale, twist a little deeper. Good, let's come back to center, reach up, inhale. And exhale, twist to your left side. Lower your right hand to your left knee, left hand behind your hip. Another inhale to lengthen the spine. And exhale, twist. Breathing in. Breathe out, twist a little deeper. Another deep breath in. Deep breath out. And slowly inhale, come back to center. Lower your hands by your side, roll your shoulder a couple of times to the back. Good, we're going to start with opening the hip and hamstring gently. Now extend your left leg out. Keep your right heel in front of your hip. If you can, sit as much as upright as you can, keeping your left leg active, hands in front of your hips. Now take an inhale. On your exhale, walk your hands forward. Feel the stretch on your inner groin, on your hamstring, on your hips. If you have more space, you can keep walking your hands forward, thinking to bring your chest toward the floor. Use your breath to help you feel the stretch wherever you feel tight here. Breathe in and breathe out. Walk your hands back. Let's switch side, extending your right leg out to your right side, creating a V shape with your legs. Keep your right leg active, hands in front of your hips. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, walk your hands forward. You might feel slightly different between your left and right side, which is normal. Breathe in slowly and deeply. Each time you exhale, just scroll your fingers a little more forward here. Good, let's walk your hands back. Crossing the leg here, we'll come into tabletop pose. Lower your hands in front of your hips, in front of your knees. Come onto your hands and knees. Stack your hands right under the shoulders, knees hip distance apart. Spread your fingertips. We'll do a few rounds of cat-cow to mobilize the spine. On your next inhale, drop your belly, draw your chest forward, look up. Let's take a moment here. Hold this pose for 3 breaths. Now relax your shoulder away from your ears. Feel the stretch on your belly. Push your chest forward and tailbone up. Take another inhale. Exhale. On your next breath, round your back, bring your chin to your chest, push the ground with your hand. Tuck your tailbone down and feel the stretch on your back. Hold here for a few breaths. Spread your shoulder blade, creating space on your upper back. Good, let's keep it moving here. Continue on your next inhale, draw your chest forward, drop your belly, look up into your cow pose. Exhale, round your back, chin to your chest. Moving the spine gently here. Inhale, chest forward, look up. Exhale, round it out, tuck your tailbone down, round your back. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, last round. Exhale, round your back, chin to your chest. Next inhale, come back to your neutral spine. Good, let's adjust your knees. Put your knees together in the center. Extend your right leg back. Keep your toes pointing down. Notice your hip, right hip, even with your left side. So try not to open your hip up. Lower it down so left and right are even. Noticing your shoulders. Try not to drop your shoulder like this, away from your ears. Good. Option, you can just hold it here, engage the core a little bit more. If you have more strength in your upper body, you can reach your left hand forward. Strong on your right hand, right shoulder. Engage your core, look down to the mat. Stretching your feet toward the back of the room and reaching your fingers forward. Let's take another breath here. And good. Release, lower your hands, lower your knee down. If you need to, shake your right wrist. Roll your wrist in and out if you feel some pressure on your wrist. Good. Let's continue with the other side. Adjust your knees back together in the center. Extend your left leg back, toes pointing down. Notice your hip, keeping your hip even between the left and right. Option just to stay here, keeping your whole body engaged, your core engaged here. Or if you have more strength, like the other side, reach your right hand forward, balancing on your left hand and your right knee. Breathe slow. Let's take another breath. And exhale, lower your hands, lower your knee down. Good, open your knees a little bit wider than your hip. Keep your big toes touch. Lower your hip down toward your heel and walk your fingers forward. We'll come into child's pose. Drop your forehead down to the floor. Invite your hips toward your heels. If they don't touch, that's okay. Feel the stretch on your shoulders, on the side body. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's take another breath here. Good, let's continue from here. Now look ahead, walk both of your hands to your right side. Now reaching forward and to the right. On your exhale, lower your forehead back down and feeling the stretch all the way on your left side here. Keep reaching forward with your left fingers, reaching back with your hips. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your next breath, look ahead, walk your hands to your left side. Reaching forward and to your left. On your exhale, lower your head back down. And now feel the stretch all the way from your right arm, right ribs, right hips. Let's take another breath. And come back to center. On your next inhale, rise up. Come back to your tabletop pose. And we'll continue into our standing pose from here. Tuck the toes under. Lift the knee off the floor and press your hips up and back into our first downward facing dog. If your legs still tight, the back of your leg tight, bend the knees a lot. Strong on your hand, pressing your chest back toward your thighs. And pedal your heels down one at a time, moving your hips. Just move around any movement necessary for your first downward facing dog. Good, let's find some stillness here. Keep your knees bent and your heels off the floor if you need to.
Or if you have space, you can invite your heels touching the floor, but you don't have to. It's more about lengthening through your spine. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Gaze forward. Now slowly step your feet forward to the top of your mat. Keeping your feet hip distance apart. We're going to open on the back of the legs, your hamstring, your calf muscle, your glutes, and also your lower back. Grab your opposite elbow. Come into dangling pose or ragdoll here. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulder. Relax your upper body toward the floor. Keeping the knees bent. Each time you exhale, relax a little bit more here. Shifting your weight slightly to the front of your feet so you feel more stretch on the back of your leg. You can also rock side to side gently if that feels good to you. And continue breathing. On your next breath, release your hands down and roll your spine up to standing vertebra by vertebra. And let your head come up last. Let's take a few breaths here in standing. Maybe some of you feeling a little dizzy, that's normal. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good, let's continue with a few rounds of classical Hatha Surya Namaskar. And bring your big toes to touch. Sit tall. On your next inhale, sweep your hands, reach up. Open your chest, bring your hands back and push your hips slightly forward. Look up. Good. Exhale, fold forward, lower your hands down. Relax your neck. Inhale, lengthen halfway lift. And at the same time, step your left foot back behind you. Lower your left knee down. Open the chest, look ahead. Feel the stretch on your hip. On your next exhale, hands down to the floor, step your right foot back, downward facing dog. And continue, lower your knee down. Lower your chest in between your hand and look ahead. Strong on your hand. Good. On your inhale, slide your chest forward, lower your belly. Arch your back, shoulder away from your ears into your cobra pose. On your exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Continue left leg up and forward between your hands. Lower your right knee down, open your chest. On your next exhale, step your right foot forward, fold forward here. Inhale, come back to standing, reach up, standing back bend, reach your hands up and back, and exhale, hands to your heart. Let's do it again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift, step your right foot back. Lower your knee down, open your chest. Exhale, left foot back, downward facing dog. Lower your knee down, lower your chest in between your hands, look ahead, strong on your hands. Inhale, slide your chest forward, lower your belly, push your chest, lower your shoulder down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg up and step it forward between your hands. Lower your left knee down, open your chest. And exhale, step your left foot forward and fold forward here.
Inhale back to standing. Reach your hands up and back. And exhale, hands to your heart. Release your hands down. Take a couple of breaths here. We'll continue with a few rounds of standing sequence. Now from here, step your right foot back, far away behind you. Turn your right foot out to your right side. Open your hand out to the side and bend into your left knee and your right in your warrior two. This is a good pose to open the hips. So let's take a look at this pose. Strong on your legs. Open your shoulders. Tuck your tailbone down. Breathe. Look to your left hand and press to the outer edge of your right foot. So feel the energy drawing in here. Strong on your leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. Another breath in. And breath out. Now keep your leg in the same position. On your next inhale, flip your left palms up. Reverse your warrior. Lower your right hand to your right leg. Reach up and back with your left hand. And feeling the stretch on your left ribs. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take another breath here. And inhale, come back up. Open your hands out to the side, straighten your legs. On your exhale, we'll come into Trikonasana. Reach forward with your left hand. Keep both sides of your ribs long. Lower your left hand down, right hand up. So at home, if you have a block, you can place your left hand on the block or just place it on your leg like this. You can look up or look straight ahead if that feels good for your neck. Feeling the stretch on your left leg, through your side body on the right. Let's take another breath. I'll look down to the floor, bend into that left knee, rise up. Bring your hands to your waist and turn your left foot forward. Before we switch to your right side, we'll take a few rounds of standing wide leg forward fold. Now before we do that, turn your toes in, bring your heels slightly out. Now raise your hands up. On your exhale, hinge from your hips, lower your hands to the floor. Again, if you have block at home, you can place your hands on the block if your hamstring is still a bit tight, or if you have space, lower your hands to the floor. Let's take another inhale. Lengthen the spine. On your exhale, fold a little deeper. Bring your hands in between your feet, or you can catch your ankle here. Relax your neck, look back, shoulder away from your ears. Breathe into any tightness in the legs, in the hips. Let's take another breath in and breath out. Bring your hands to your waist. Before you come up, bend into the knees and use your muscles to push back up. Good, let's continue with another forward fold. Now bring your hands, interlock behind your back. Notice your shoulders, open your shoulder back. Push your chest out, keeping your hands away from your back. Take an inhale and exhale, fold forward. Keep your hands away from your back. Feel the stretch on your shoulders. Little bend on the knee, that's okay too. Relax your neck. Use your breath to ease you into the pose. And make sure you can keep and maintain your breath here. Try not to hold your breath.
and slowly release your hands to your waist, micro bend the knee, and rise back up.
Good. We'll continue with your other side with the warrior. So turn your right foot to the right. Keep your left foot parallel to the short edge of your mat. Open your hands out to the side. Look to your right hand. Take an inhale. On your exhale, bend into your right knee. So you might need to adjust. If you have more space in your leg, you can bring your feet away from each other so you get deeper into the pose. Otherwise, just stay where that feels good to you. Draw your energy to the center. Press into the outer edge of your left foot. Shoulder away from your ears. Core active and engaged. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's take another inhale and exhale. Continue. Flip that right palms up. Reverse your warrior. Reach up and back. Opening through your right side. Bend the knee a little bit more. Reach up and back. Another breath here. And inhale, come up. Straighten the leg. And we'll come into triangle pose or trikonasana on this side now. Reach forward, lengthen both sides of the ribs. Lower your right hand down. Left hand reaching up. Again, you can use the block under your right hand or hands to your right leg. Push the hip forward, open your chest. Core active and engaged. If looking up is too much for your neck, you can look straight ahead or you can look down. Inhale and exhale. Bend into your right knee and slowly come up. Turn your right foot forward. Release your hands down. Now bring your feet in toward each other. A little wider than your hips. Now bring your hands to your waist. Take an inhale. On your exhale, lower your hip down, bend into the knees. We'll come into yogi squat or malasana. As much as you can, try to keep your heels down. Engage your glutes here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's take another breath. Breathe in. And breathe out. You can release your hand, use your hand to support yourself behind you and sit down back to your mat. I'm going to turn forward again. We'll continue with seated poses now. Let's come into butterfly pose. Bring the sole of your feet together. You can remove the flesh from your sit bone so you can sit nice and tall. Inhale, open your chest, lengthen the spine. And exhale, slowly walk your hands forward. Fold forward here. Keep your knee down toward the floor. Relax your neck, shoulder away from your ears. And feel the stretch through your inner groin, through your hips. Maintaining a slow, steady breath here. On your next breath, walk your hands back. Stretch your left leg out. We'll come into Janu Sirshasana. If you have strap or scarf ready by your side, just have it ready in case you need it. So if you want to set up, just strap or scarf, place it around your feet. I'll show you how to modify using the strap. Good, keep your chest in line with your left foot. Now take an inhale, reach your arms up. On your exhale, self toward your left leg. Imagine like you want to reach something in front of you, keeping your left leg active. Maybe when you can't reach anymore, you can lower your hands, maybe touch the foot. If they don't touch the foot, here's your scarf. Hold onto the scarf or the belt and pull yourself forward. Feel the stretch on the back of your left leg. Or if you can reach the foot, then maybe here is your Janu Sirsasana. Or even you can go a little bit lower, maybe. Keeping your neck long as an extension of your spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Next, inhale. Release your foot, walk your hands back. Let's switch side. Extend your right leg out, bend into your left knee, sole of your left foot inside your right thigh. Now keep that right toes active, pointing toward yourself. Keep your chest in line with your right foot. Take an inhale, reach up. And exhale, reach forward, keeping your spine long and straight. Maybe your hand touch your foot or your hands to your belt. Hold on to the belt and pull yourself forward or hold onto your feet. So everyone is going to look different here. Practice as per what is available to you and what feels good to you. Each time you exhale, soften down toward the floor a little bit more. Good, let's continue. Walk your hands back. Stretch your leg forward, shake your legs. You can remove the strap or the scarf to the side. We're going to twist. Now bend your right knee. Now from here, step your right foot outside your left leg. Now hug your right knee with your left hand. Reach up with your right hand on your inhale and exhale, twist to your right side. Lower your right hand behind you. Open the chest. Keep your belly in, keeping your chest open. Press into the right big toes to the floor and your left leg is still active. Try keeping both of your sit bone grounded. Twisting is good to detoxify our organ, stimulate the digestive organ here, and help with the natural detoxifying process of our body. Slowly release, come back to center. Stretch your leg out. Let's switch side. Bend your left knee. Place your left foot outside your right thighs and press into the big toes. Hug your knees with your right hand, reach up. Inhale and exhale, twist to your left side. Keeping your spine long, keep your belly in and your chest open. Engage the core to keep you in the twist. Let's take another breath. Slowly release, come back to center. Reach your leg forward and slowly from here, before we lower down to the floor, bend into the knees. Bring your hands onto your leg. We'll come into boat pose and to strengthen the core a little bit more. Now lean back. You can keep your hands under your leg from here. lift the legs up. Option, stay here. Or try to reach your hands forward. Engage the core, keeping your chest open. Good. Maybe try to straighten your leg a little bit more. Keep it here. Make sure you still can breathe. Very good. Lower your hands, lower your feet. Scoot yourself forward to the top of your mat a little bit more so you can lower yourself down onto the mat. Hug your knees in toward your chest and rock side to side gently. Let's take deep breath in, deep breath out. Continue with dynamic bridge here. Lower your feet down to the floor in front of your hips. Maybe try to touch your heel with your fingers if you can. Good. Keep your feet pointing forward parallel toward each other. On your next inhale, lift your hip off the floor. Lift your hands up above your head and fingertips touch the floor behind you. Good. We'll do that 4 more times. Exhale. Lower your hands back down. Continue. Inhale. Lift your hip maybe a little higher this time. Touch your hands down to the floor. And exhale. Lower your hip back down. Good. 3 more rounds. Inhale. Lift your hip. Push your chest out, keeping your neck long. Exhale down. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lift your hips. Hands touching the floor behind you. Maybe you can walk your heels slightly in toward your shoulders. Engage and contract your hamstrings. Stay with your hands up above your head or interlock your hands under your hips. Scoop your shoulder under a little bit more and push your chest out. Strong on your quadricep, your legs. Press into the heel. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's take another round of breath. Release your hands down. Lower your hip. Open your feet wide, knocks your knees in. Hands, one hand to the belly, one hand to your chest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's continue from here. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Again, rocking side to side if that feels good to you. Lower your feet down in front of your hip. We're going to recline twist before we finish with the class. Now extend your right leg out. Open your hands to the side and turn your hip to your right side. Bring your left knee in toward your chest a little bit more and slowly lower your knee. Your knee might touch the floor or might not touch the floor, and see how you go. Keep your shoulder broad. You can use your right hand to press into that knee and look to your left side. Twisting before the end of the class is good to store the balance between your nervous system. Relax your hips. Feel the stretch on your low back. Let's come back to center. Bend both of the knees. Straighten your spine in the middle of the mat. We'll switch. Extend the left leg down on the mat. Open your hands out to the side and hips slightly to your right side. Bend right knee and twist to your right hand. Feel the stretch on your outer hips, on your low back. Maintaining slow, continuous breath here. And release. Come to center. One more time, hug your knees in. And bring the sole of your feet together. Catch your foot, recline, butterfly, opening the hip one more time. You can stay here or bring the sole of your feet toward the ceiling into your happy baby. Press the knee down outside the rib. Again, you can walk side to side or just stay still in the center. Feel the stretch through your glutes, the hamstring, maybe your lower back. Release your legs down, release your hand. And we'll come into final resting pose, Shavasana. Open your hands out to the side, open your feet as wide as your yoga mat so the air can cool your body down. Relax your shoulder away from your ears. Let your feet drop to the side. Stay here for a few minutes and rest. Thank you for practicing with me, and I hope to see you again in the next classes, and hope you have a nice day. Namaste.